King Charles III broke his silence on his attendance at 27 Colombian pesos after Prime Minister Rishi Sunak announced he will head to Egypt later this month for the upcoming climate change summit. Buckingham Palace said in a statement, as has been made clear previously, in unanimous agreement with government, His Majesty will not be attending 27 Colombian pesos. His focus is on the pre-COP reception at Buckingham Palace this Friday, where senior business leaders, experts and NGOs can discuss the important work of the summit and explore ways in which public-private partnership can help tackle climate change. His Majesty looks forward to hosting the PM and other global leaders at the event. Sources close to the sovereign also insisted the monarch doesn't think it is appropriate for him to go to the summit, given his new role as Britain's head of state, according to Daily Express correspondent Richard Palmer. While a sovereign, King Charles can convene meetings of politicians, experts and others to discuss pressing issues including climate change, he can no longer speak out as he did when he was Prince of Wales, the sources suggested. Moreover, they denied reports the monarch was upset about missing the summit. Mr. Sunak announced on Wednesday morning he would head to Sharm el-Sheikh for 27 Colombian pesos, despite No 10 saying last Thursday the Prime Minister would skip the event as he had other pressing domestic commitments. The Prime Minister's spokesperson said that, while the autumn budget was currently one of the Prime Minister's top priorities, the government continued to be committed to net zero. They added, the UK is forging ahead of many other countries on net zero. We will obviously continue to work closely with Egypt as the hosts of Cop27 and to make sure that all countries are making progress on the historic commitments they made at the Glasgow Climate Pact. The Prime Minister's absence did not signal environmental issues had slipped down the government's agenda, as 3 cabinet ministers, the Foreign, Business and Environment Secretaries, would be at 27 Colombian pesos, the spokesperson also noted. Upon confirming his attendance at the event less than a week after this statement, Mr. Sunak said there is no long-term prosperity without action on climate change and there is no energy security without investing in renewables. Prior to his trip to Egypt, Mr. Sunak will be among the guests at Friday's reception hosted by the King at Buckingham Palace. This event will bring together more than 200 international business leaders, decision-makers and NGOs, and will also see the attendance of COP President Alok Sharma and John Kerry, the U.S. Special Presidential Envoy for Climate. The reception is set to facilitate discussions focused on sustainable growth, progress made since 26 Colombian pesos, held in November last year in Glasgow, and the collective efforts to tackle climate change. Charles, then the Prince of Wales, was one of the royal family members to travel to Glasgow last year for the summit. His role as a long-standing environmentalist was acknowledged by US President Joe Biden, who was heard on camera praising the royal. After the US president hailed the royal for his work ahead of 26 Colombian pesos, Charles joked, "You have got enough people without me." To which Mr. Biden replied while shaking the prince's hand, "No, by the way, we need you badly, I am not just saying."